All right. Good evening, my crypto family, my uh, brothers and sisters in the world of crypto. I am Dr. Chef, and this is Dr. Chef's Crypto. I have been talking to many people for many weeks and months about doing these videos. And most of the things I've done so far have been based upon helping people that already kind of know things, like what's happening right now type stuff. But a lot of the guys are brand new to it. They have just gotten started. So some of them are planning on coming in soon or just came in. So I've been getting a lot of requests to make something simple, like a Crypto 101 type of a series. And so that's what we're going to do. First of all, before we kick that off, Dr. Chef, the doctorate is in theology. The chef thing is real. I'm a master chef, but neither one of those applies to crypto or financial advice or anything like that. So I am not a financial advisor. This is not official financial advice. Do not live your life by any of this. You do your own research and everything. This is entertainment and education purposes only. Having said that, let's jump into Crypto 101 Part 1. Now, I thought about this a little while, and I thought the very first most important thing to talk about is security. Here's why. Everybody that I've spoken to, I mean all these people, dozens and dozens of people, whether they've been in it for a long time or just got in it recently, they all have the first and most primary issue, and that is security. People just don't think. They get excited. They jump online. They grab a phone app and off they go. They attach their bank accounts to apps. They use their normal email and they don't think about security at all. I've met almost no one that thought about security before jumping into this. And so we need to start there. But rather than me doing a whole video about that, I would like to recommend something. I would like to recommend the mistress of the crypto universe, the grande dame of all that is crypto and financial advice and understanding of all those things. I would like to recommend the queen, our queen, if you will, Crypto Casey. Now, she's a mentor of mine, whether she knows it or not. We don't talk directly. She is, obviously the kind of person that would be hounded by a bunch of creepers, and so she's not into any kind of private messaging or DMs at all. She's just purely professional and wonderful. But what she is dramatically knowledgeable and powerful. And fascinatingly, unlike most people's Crypto 101 type stuff where they give you introductions, they talk about the world of crypto and how it works or what to do, she spends virtually the entire first video, almost the entire thing focused entirely on security. That's because she's a genius, and she probably had the same experience I've had, where all these people she talked to that were so excited about crypto, none of them were thinking about security. Okay, so if you had a couple $100, you're playing with it on your phone app, you got like crypto.com and you're playing around on the phone, whatever, that's totally cool. But what if it gets bigger? What if you want to go bigger? What if you need those accounts and things that you have to grow and you want to do more, and suddenly you find yourself working off your phone with very little security protocols? You're going to need special encrypted emails. You're going to need hard wallets. You're going to need, at the very least, two-factor authentications and security measures. She has an amazing video about this. So before I even start talking, let me show you what that looks like, because we need to go over here and let me see. There's all kinds of places to go. So let's go right here. This is Crypto Casey. Let me get out of the way of that. I'll go down here like this. so I'm not in the way. This is Crypto Casey. This is her site, and there are a ton of videos. When you go into this section, it's just sort of mind-boggling. If you look at all the content on her channel, it is pretty much shocking, the amount you can learn from this amazing lady. But if you were to do something like this, Intro to Crypto for Crypto Casey, you will see this video right here. This is the one I'm talking about. Beginner's Guide, okay? A lot of stuff here about security. All kinds of basic videos, beginner guides, what is Bitcoin, what are NFTs, what's the theory, blah, blah. I mean, she has so much amazing content. So, I would suggest that you simply go and watch this video and get her information, because all I would be doing, to be honest with you, and like this isn't my life. This is fun. This is exciting for me. I have a lot of businesses to do a lot of things. So why would I rehash stuff that I learned from her rather than just sending you over there? Plus, I would love for you to use her links, get her credit for those visits, subscribe to her, get her more traffic, because she deserves it. To be honest with you, she's a hero. She deserves it. Another place you're going to find some amazing stuff is this weird dude that I love to death over at Coin Bureau. Okay, Guy. Is he real? Okay, he's a human. We know that he's a human being. Okay. Is he the mastermind behind Coin Bureau? Is he working off of someone else that is perhaps less attractive behind the scenes, with less of a cool British accent? Is he an actor portraying all the wonderful information? Or is he the actual guy? I've got no idea. All I know is that the amount of content on Coin Bureau is staggering. Everything you ever wanted to know. What is this? What is that? Right here's a Binance step-by-step guide, which we're going to talk about that in a minute anyway. I highly recommend that you visit some of these people. Yes, I have a wonderful site, okay? And I have, all of my stuff. But I'm just getting started. These guys are rock stars. So I would recommend that you spend a little time there. But let's start in the beginning. And in the beginning is security. So watch that introductory video by Crypto Casey. Learn about security, because you're going to want to start this right. You're going to want to set up all of your hard wallets and your two-factor authentications and all of your stuff. You're going to want to set all that stuff up well in the beginning. That way, if you do advance this later, if this does become a very big deal for you, that's great. You're already ready to go, right? So, I'm highly recommending you start with that video, and then you make your way back to me so we can talk about other details. Like I said, I recommend a lot of research. So I'm not the guy trying to take away from some of these other YouTubers, some of these amazing sites. I'm trying to give them credit and get them even more traffic, because they deserve it. Like I said, I don't know who Guy is. I know that he is funny and very has a very high swag quotient, and his British accent makes you seriously trust him as a financial analyst, even though it's clear he is not a financial analyst or advisor. Blah 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 blah. He says it in some different, funny, unique way each time. For the most part, I have learned just staggering amount of information. I have another video you may want to check out called Shoutouts that talk about those two, as well as others. So you may want to check that out. That's that little gold-looking video where I'm in my bourbon bar. Anyway, let's move on. Let's assume that you've studied Crypto Casey's work and that you have done all the things she said. By the way, this is a multiple day project where you are starting and stopping that video a lot, spending a lot of time on that video, and you're getting your accounts. Do not do the thing that I did in the beginning and blow past some the recovery words and stuff like that. I thought that was just for fun. It turned out not to be. Do not make the same mistakes I made. Follow every word she says. Just in general, do whatever Crypto Casey says to do, and you'll be fine. Now, let's assume you've done that. You're set up. You're back. You're like, okay, chef, here I am. I've got my security. What do I do now? Where do I go? What type of program am I looking for? And I'm going to tell you my opinion on the sites. I've used quite a few of them. There are a bunch of websites that you could use for your crypto trading and analysis, a bunch of them. But they have slightly different ways of doing things and different levels that you should be aware of. For instance, I would say the number one choice for most people, specifically in America, specifically in the last year, is Coinbase. It's your base of operations. It's your Coinbase. It's where you go to do everything. Coinbase is amazing. Coinbase is super secure. They've got all kinds of insurance and backup plans. I mean, they're very secure. They are full of information, great charts, beautiful design, wonderful site, very user friendly, very good for beginners. This site, Coinbase, is a really good site. They do, however, have a drawback, really two. The first drawback is they're a limited number of coins. You're not going to be able to work on all these altcoins and do all these things you want to do through Coinbase. But Coinbase remains a very serious hub. But the second thing may be a deal breaker for some of you that plan on doing large sums of money or long periods of time, and that is the fees, the fee structures. On Coinbase, the fee structure is high. It's quite a bit higher than most others, especially my number one recommendation, which I'm going to speak about next. So now let's talk about Coinbase is highly recommended, especially for beginners. It's a beautiful site, but the fees are a little high and the choices are slightly low. So there you go. Number two, and probably my favorite of all, is Binance. Now, you can go over to our friend Guy over there on Coin Bureau and see a whole introduction to Binance. So I don't need to provide one here. I just need you to know that Binance is the biggest in the world, excuse me, extremely secure, has its own coins, has the lowest, some of the lowest rates around, very low rates, and you can use the Binance coin to pay your fees and get another 25% off. So you can be rocking like very low fees. So if you're planning on large volumes of money or moving things around a lot, Binance. Now, here's a caveat. My shockingly handsome British friend is talking about Binance. And Binance is all over the world except America. Now, in America, we have an interesting little twist, lots of extra regulations, lots of extra oversights, all kinds of things floating around. And this gives us an American version called Binance US. Binance US is not quite as stellar with quite as many things going on as the regular Binance, which I hope that we have very soon. But there is an amazing amount. There's many more coins to work with. There's a beautiful presentation with your pie charts and all your stuff. Great analysis capabilities. Lots of fun things to play with on there. Very user-friendly. A little more advanced in places. And good low fees. So I'm going to go with that. Are there other things you can do? Well, obviously, if you want to be on your phone, you've got crypto.com, you've got all these other things, but I recommend security-wise that you use a tandem effect, a dual attack plan. Now, this is going to be explained to you by Casey in better, terms, but here's how it works. If I have my notebook, and in my notebook, right, in my notebook, I have written down all of these long, difficult passwords. I can't even remember them myself, right? And then I have my phone, right? And I have a two-factor authentication coming through my phone. And then I have a site on my computer, and then I've run malware detection and destruction programs on both. So I've cleaned my computer, I've cleaned my phone, I've installed these things, I'm ready to rock, and then I put in a Binance or Coinbase. Think about how hard this would be to break into, to steal from you. You would have to have my computer, or at least my passwords, to get in my computer, to get in those programs. Then you would also have to have my passwords, because those passwords I can't even remember myself, right? They're that complicated. So you'd have to have that book. Then you'd have to have my phone. And if you use something like Authy or some kind of authentication, those codes change every 60 seconds. You'd have to have me, my book, my phone, my computer, all my passwords. You'd have to do it all within 60 seconds. I mean, this is extreme levels of security. If you're just playing with a couple $100 on your phone, none of this matters. But if you're thinking about the long haul, if you're thinking about getting serious, let me tell you a true story. One of my friends was given a reward many years ago from a buddy, and he didn't know much about it, but he was given 150 Bitcoins, and he didn't do anything with them. He didn't waste them. And sure, this isn't as good a story as 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. That's the best story in the world. But this one is true, and it's a friend of mine. 150 Bitcoins he had, and we all know the math on that, okay? He put it into a simple little program, a simple little, wallet in an actual little, app or whatever. And that thing shut down. They went belly up, everything closed, and he can't get it back. He can't find it. He can't get it back, and it's just gone. 150 Bitcoin gone, because he didn't pay attention to security. He didn't put it in. He didn't put codes in anywhere. He didn't look at the security protocols of the places he was. He was only, and a lot of you guys out there, a lot of people have those stories. So I'm telling you, set it up properly in the first place, and use a big, very, very secure base to work from, like a Coinbase or Binance. And there's other good ones, and you can research that all day long. There's many, many good ones. I know for a fact that Gemini is extremely secure. I know that there's a lot of good ones, even on your phone. But my recommendation is to have multiple levels and to have multiple devices, even paper involved. So now that you're secure and now that you have your trading platform, what do? How do you figure out what to get? How do you figure out how do you read those charts? What are those little bars with the things sticking out of them? What are the weird stuff? What are the people talking about with the arrows and the blah, blah, blahs? What is all that? That's coming at you tomorrow in Crypto 101 Part 2, where we'll talk about how to figure out what you want. We're going to take a look at something like this. We'll go out here and we'll go to, let's say, something like this. And we'll start talking about what this all means. This is what's going on right now. This is a breakout that doesn't make any sense. So anyway, we could talk about that all day. I'll do a video on the actual state of the market and what's going on right here and how weird this is. I'll do all of that tomorrow as well. But this is a chart, right? And you go out here, and this is a trading site. And these are the trades that are happening and the amounts and what they're going for, right? And this is BTC. This is Bitcoin. This is the US dollar. There's charts for everything. Here's Cardano. This is what this looks like, right? Okay. So these things you can focus in on. you can try to understand them. You see, I drew some chart stuff already on my Cardano, and it is also breaking out in the same exact way, which is going up, which is great. There's a little flip here. How do you look at all this stuff? How do you figure all this stuff out? What do you want to do? Look at how many there are. If you go to trading and you go to markets and just on Binance, right? Look at all these. So this is Binance US. Look how many there are. How do you tell the difference? What does all this stuff mean, right? What is it about? This is all green, which is kind of cool. So, okay, what does that all mean? Well, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time and patience. And this is Crypto 101 Part 1. This is Dr. Chef's Crypto. Please, if you enjoy these things at all, please, I don't know anything about the dynamics and the algorithms and everything that happens on YouTube, but please like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell so you know when I put new things out. And please go support others that are doing such hard and wonderful work to try to make the crypto world a bigger, better place. Thank you for your time. Have a fabulous evening. This is Dr. Chef signing off.